Hello, we are going to talk about the suggested curriculum and its components. We are Juan, Marulanda, Karen Castillo, and Xiomara cuellar. The suggested curriculum was created with the aim of giving teachers clear and suggested curriculum guidelines to improve the pedagogical practices in the classroom and to establish the expected English level that the students should reach in each grade. To do so, in order to prepare students for the real world and for real-life communication, the suggested curriculum focuses on the development of language functions and modules related to content and life needs. It also provides or presents some new methodologies to teach English. With regard to the suggested curriculum structure, it is divided by chapters corresponding to the school grades, and each chapter has three main elements. The first one is scope and sequence. It presents the basic learning rights and the cross-curricular topics. It also shows the learning goal, the language functions, and the objectives to be attained. The second element presented in each chapter is the suggested syllabus, and it is made up of 4 modules per grade level. The name of each module presents the subtopic. For example, here is health and life. The suggested syllabus also shows the suggested learning goal and the suggested teaching and assessment time. Following it shows the performance indicators, and after them the suggested syllabus displays a section called the suggested contents. It provides possible linguistic, pragmatic expressions, and sociolinguistic or intercultural content to be covered.
Now, with respect to methodological suggestions for transition grade, it uses game, art, literature, and exploration of the environment, which are pedagogical strategies for early education. From first to third grade, it uses task-based methodology, and fourth and fifth grade, it uses project-based methodology. The suggested curriculum also presents some suggestions for assessments of learning and for learning. Also, the materials that are presented in this suggested curriculum are lesson planning forms, rubrics, examples of quizzes, suggested resources such as Boni Bonita, My ABC English Kit, and English for Colombia, which are previous materials for teaching English.
From my perspective, it is important to know the suggested curriculum because it leads teachers to go beyond the traditional way of English language teaching and to look for an integral education. In this respect, the suggested curriculum is important because it seeks to meet the 21st century demands, which is a vital matter for teachers that should foster certain skills in their students in order to help them to function effectively in society. Also, by using or knowing the suggested curriculum, it may be clear to teachers which way they should go to achieve the national goals in English teaching, since the suggested curriculum not only integrates some very important documents as La Guía 22, the Common European Framework, and the performance indicators, but also a series of activities and assessment suggestions.
Hello, I'm going to talk about basic learning rights of English, which were created by National Ministry of Education to improve country's quality of education. This was made for Colombian educational community to strengthen school practices in the classrooms, generating holistic and integral learning in the different areas of study and knowledge. In this basic learning rights describe knowledge and skills that students from transition to fifth grade must acquire and develop when they are learning English. Basically, from transition to fifth grade, this sequence is seen. First of all, it shows the basic learning right, then some ideas to contextualize it better. It presents the skills that students are expected to achieve, and it provides an example with images that illustrates the main objective to be achieved with the right. Now, I consider that it's important to know basic learning rights because it provides skills and knowledge that students must acquire in that grade. So, as teachers, we need to cover these elements in our teaching. It can be used for lesson planning to help students achieve the required language level. And also, it allows teachers to keep an eye on English development of the students in the sequence of contents from transition to 5th grade.
Hello everybody, my name is Juan, and today we'll be exploring how to align the suggested curriculum in our teaching practicum. And I have to say that the first impressions that the practitioners have when they take a look at the suggested curriculum is that they get shocked about his complexity, how it is structured, and of course how the contents are well organized from transition to 5th grade. So it is so complete and functional that a person out of the educational context might say that, oh man, the teachers have it very easy. Everything is there, they just have to take it and give it to their kids. But we know that that's not the case. It involves something more. I have to say that the basic learning rights and the suggested curriculum, they are a great effort from the Ministry of Education, and we have to recognize that this is the first time that so much attention is paid to bilingual education. So I know that there's still a long way to go, but we have to be thankful for what we have now that we didn't have before. So let's continue. When facing the implementation of the suggested curriculum, teachers might face really big challenges inside their practicums, because there are many different social economical factors that might not be very suitable for the implementation of the suggested curriculum. And we also have to say that the lack of real teaching experience from the novice teacher also plays an important role, and it makes a great difference. So, first of all, as you can see in the image, I have to say that attitude makes a difference. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. So the first thing that I am going to do in my teaching practicum is to change the students' perception towards English teaching and learning. They are not going to see it as a subject where they go to waste their time because they are not going to learn, because that's the common perception that students have about English. No, it is going to be completely different. So once I have changed that perception, well, comes this part, as you can see in the slide. I would talk to the interdisciplinary team of teachers of my course in order to work collaboratively, since I strongly believe that English must not be taught as an isolated island, but as a whole. Yes, it must be presented as something very complete, at least in the 21st century. In order to make it meaningful, students would use the CLIL factor in the suggested curriculum to see all the contents specified in the basic learning rights for English. So, in order to finish my intervention, it is important to highlight that the basic learning rights and the suggested curriculum are not an imposition for the teachers. So in that order of ideas, it leaves a space for teachers to analyze reflect and propose new basic learning rights. Thank you very much. Have a good day.